Everyone wants to know. We need authentically Stacy's answer on this, right? It's been about 10 months, right?
Mhm.
Since you started.
Yes.
Can you really make money posting content?
The answer.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel episode interview. You already know what time this right here is. I have an amazing, not even like a guest. I have just an amazing person that we're gonna be talking to today. And I just want you all to know, like, she's amazing. You're gonna find out more about her through this whole entire episode. I'm gonna do a brief introduction of her so you all can just understand how phenomenal she is. Stacy is an amazing woman. She is a mompreneur. She is a mother. She is a wife. She has incredible children. You all, for those of you who already know her already, she does incredible content of her everyday life, about her children. She's accomplished. She's from Georgia originally, and she is just on a tear when it comes to social media, creating content, engaging her community. And we're just so honored to have her with us today. Stacy, was that okay?
Yes, that was great. That
That
was
was
great.
great. Did I leave anything out?
No, I couldn't have done it better myself. Okay.
That's good stuff. I tell you, I had this like marked on my calendar, like just like
Mm.
looking forward to it. And so even like when I was texting you earlier about like, hey, we still good for it tonight or what have you, you was like, yes. I was like, boom, we still in there. So
Beautiful.
super just excited about what the people are going to hear tonight for sure. You ready?
Awesome. Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and
Ready?
roll. Let's rock and roll. And so, uh, you are. I think like obviously like I follow your content. I'm always liking and commenting and all those various things. I actually want to go back though. I want to go back to the beginning for a moment. Like, how did you like get into like creating? Like, in fact, what did you do prior to like creating content?
Well, I am actually a stay-at-home mom currently at the moment. So before I truly got serious about being a content creator, I was a brand new twin mom. So I literally
Mm.
started this journey with two newborn twins and didn't have a clue as to what I was doing, how I was going to reach my goals, but I knew that I wanted to be consistent because I tried to do content creation years ago, but the consistency wasn't there. So
Mm.
nothing motivates you stronger or harder than doing things for your kids to make sure that you're reaching your goals and that you're meeting your goals. Nothing motivates you more than your children. So to have two additional children in my family, I was like, hey, I got to make some things happen this time. I have to get more disciplined about truly becoming the content creator that I wanted to be.
That's I tell you, like starting something with twins, like I can imagine people hearing that and they're just like, "What?" Like just trying to deal with twins or a husband or that, like, and you're starting this with like what, like when you, what made you say, even with this, I'm still going to do this? Like, what was that thing?
I mean, to be honest with you, I came across a TikTok video of a woman who was a mom of two, I believe. I believe her daughter was around the age of 18, and then she had a newborn. So she was basically starting over. And she was like, I don't even know how I got to this place, but I'm at a point now where I am making money from the content that I create. And she broke it down so simple. She was like, you post on social media anyway, right? People post on social media several times a day, but the only difference is that you're not getting paid for it. So you're already doing this, but you're not getting paid for it. So if you add consistency to what you're already doing and different platforms will cut you a check for it, It just went off in my head like ding ding ding, girl, get consistent. You're already doing you're already doing the work. Just get consistent about it. And when that clicked in my head, literally December of 2022, I started posting videos consistently and everything just sort of like took off from there. So, yeah.
That's, so you hitting us with some major stuff like off the jump, right? So two key things that I have to just I'm curious about. You said a huge word, consistency.
Yes.
Then you said December of 2022. So my
Mhm.
question is this, and so you mentioned that you were thinking of doing this before, and for whatever reason you didn't, or didn't weren't consistent or what have you, and then you got it going again in December in 2022. What
Mhm.
was the difference? Because I hear that word consistent quite a bit when
Mhm.
it comes to content creation. And
Yes.
so what was the difference between you then and you deciding, no, I am doing this in December of 2022?
Yes, and I have to go back to my children.
Mm,
Because when I did it years ago, yes, I had children, but my twins, I was just something. It just clicked. Like literally, when I saw this young lady's video, it's like a switch just clicked in my head, and I was like, "Girl, get it together. You need to get more disciplined about what you do. Actually, um, pursue this as your job. Like you are a content creator. So as just like the consistency that you would apply to your job, just like the discipline that you would apply to your job, we have the 9 to 5s, but we have days where you don't feel like going to work. There are days that you're not going to feel like creating content, but if you truly are serious about becoming a monetized full-time content creator, you have to treat it like a job. Even when you don't feel like filming, guess what? You have to get that content. You have to get it, because if not, you're fired. And in this world of content creation, you want your um bonuses. You want the platforms that are offering you the checks that are coming in. Those checks can be cut. Like they can cut you off if you're not consistent. So the same way you can get fired from a job, you can get fired from being a content creator because you're not fulfilling the requirements that you're supposed to, just like you would, just like you would have to do on the job. So if you treat it like a job, get more disciplined about becoming a content creator, get consistent, and actually make up in your mind that you are going to get this done, that you are going to be a full-time successful content creator, it can happen for you.
that when you just I've never heard this before. When
mm,
you just said if you're not consistent, you'll be fired.
fired.
That part right, that's on point. Like that. Ooh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's
Yes.
good. That makes me think about this. So I want our this audience here to be able to climb into your mind for a moment, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so this is what I want to ask. So your wife,
Mm-hmm.
your mom,
Mm-hmm.
your mompreneur, you have kids, twins as well, like right, all this going on. What does it take, like behind? Because I talk to a lot of people, a lot of women, and they're like, "Man, I'm busy. I have a lot going on," and we're not even talking about like maintaining a household and like that. It's a what when it comes to pressing that record button
Mm-hmm.
and just getting in that rhythm and recording content. How how do you find the time to be able to do that? And what goes through your mind before you press record?
Yes. So basically, the type of content creator that I am, it's not really a whole lot of I don't want to say like I don't want to say phoniness, but I mean, for the type of content creator that I am, is just me doing everyday stuff. So if I'm cooking for my family, I'm going to record it. If I'm playing with my twins, I'm going to record it. I also have a special needs daughter. So
Mhm.
my connection is also with the special needs community, with parents of children who have special needs also. So different things that I do with my daughter, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this will be so beneficial to my community. I record it, as long as it's not something that's going to um, put me in a sort of space where I'm forcing, my kids to do something. It's just like regular everyday stuff. Me putting clothes in the laundry machine. I'm already doing that. I'm already cleaning up. I'm already mopping. I'm already like doing these things. I'm just recording it now. And it could be a simple video. It could be a spend the day with me video. It could be a morning routine video. I've done those as well, but it's the same stuff I do day in, day out. I'm just recording it.
That's good. One, when you said that, like you're recording like the day-to-day things you're doing all the time, right?
Hmm.
So one of the barriers that I hear about often is people are like, well, hey, I don't have the right equipment. I don't have a fancy camera. I don't have all the lighting. I don't have all the stuff, right? And
Yeah.
so for you, like what's kind of your process? Like how do you create? Are you using like your phone? Are you using like some $10,000 camera? Like are you having to have a whole production with people like what's like that? How do you personally create content and what are you using to create that content?
My cell phone.
No, are you serious?
Yes. And right now, I don't know if you all can tell, but I have like a ring light in front of me, but I'm so busy. Like, I'm a busy mom. I have 5 kids. I have twins and I have a special needs daughter. So I don't always have time for a perfect setup. And I rarely use my ring light as well. So typically what I do is I have a tripod and I put my phone on the tripod. Sometimes I literally prop my phone up against something just to make sure I have like a good shot of the camera capturing exactly what I'm doing and I'm not like out of frame. I literally prop my camera up against like a vase or whatever's close to me if I can't grab my tripod right then. But literally, I'll do that and I edit in an app called CapCut. And in CapCut, you can adjust the lighting, you can adjust different things when you edit inside of that app. And it looks like you had much more lighting than you actually did in the room. So, I mean, technology is amazing. I absolutely love it because I always have time to go grab a ring light at all. Right. So, my cell phone is all I use.
So I want to get more personal again right here, right? So
Hmm.
give me your this is your candid answer. All right. The person you are just like, when the camera is not on,
Hmm.
right? Is that the same person that you are when the camera is on?
This is kind of a hard question because um, I am the same person,
Hmm.
but my audience gets to see more of who I am. Because, like,
Yes.
let's say you meet me in person, I'm probably not going to be like, oh, da, 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 like how I am, like on camera, but my family sees it all the time. Like, my husband can probably tell you when he met me, and now, like, singing in the house and acting crazy like with my kids, I'm not gonna do that really like in public if I'm first meeting somebody. So
Yeah.
my audience gets more of who I am than somebody, that will meet me off on, out on the street. So I'm still nice and I'm still cool and everything, but like that goofy kind of side, my audience gets that. Like my supporters, I don't like to say fans, but my supporters see that, and then like my family, my immediate family, they see that too. So,
Yeah. I love like a reason why I wanted to ask that because like I think your name is amazing. Authentically Stacy, right? And so
thank you.
yeah, like the fact that you are willing to, as you say, like share, giving your supporters a behind the scenes, I think that's incredible. It's something that a lot of people may not be willing to do, like to share
Yeah.
like that transparency, like those behind the scene moments. I think it's incredible. And like one thing as you were sharing that just came to mind, like one day, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when you're creating content, is it
Mhm.
like you're creating like a video journal of what's
Mm,
going on and like your kids, when like they won't remember these, like they're babies now, but they won't remember this 20 years from now. But when they can look at this footage a lot, like do you ever think about that kind of stuff? Like
I do.
that's
And
incredible.
It's actually a good point because I had a moment where I realized, like, scrolling through my phone and different things, I felt like I didn't have enough video of my other children growing up. Like, sometimes you have the photos, but like those home videos when you used to have like the big camcorder back in the day,
Yes.
it's people don't really record like that anymore, right? Or at least I didn't. So now my twins are, like, for instance, 10 months old now. So now I can go back to when I first had them, like when they were newborn, and see like how their features have changed, or the different things that they, are doing now that they couldn't do then. And like first time moments, I plan on recording all of those things. And the beautiful thing about it is your supporters get connected to you, because I have people that I
Mm,
watch on social media and it's like you feel like you know them, right? And I've had people say like, "Oh my gosh, the twins are getting so big, I can't believe that they're crawling now." And it's like they're so um almost like cyber aunts. Like they're a part of the family, you know what I mean? And I absolutely love that. And I love going back and looking at those videos and just seeing how far, like, I've come as a mom, seeing how far, they've come, seeing the children interact with one another and capturing those moments on film and being able to share, those things with my community as well. Absolutely love it. And for me personally, it is like keeping a journal, and it allows you to be vulnerable, like on camera, because when you're recording these videos, most of the time nobody's really around but you. And so you can connect with your audience in a different way that you may not have been able to connect with them, through these platforms. So I would definitely agree with you on that.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I want to give like the community here um more of a behind the scenes, right? And so I want you to
Hmm.
think about just for a moment like your most viral video or your most favorite video, right?
Hmm.
And walk us through from beginning to end, like how you recorded it, the process, like from beginning to end of like how like that process was like from before you hit record what you was thinking all the way through to publish. If you had to put it into like a minute, for example, like what is that process of like creating that video, editing that video using your app, publishing it? Like, can you give us like a walkthrough of how you do what you do?
Yes. So one of my most viral videos was actually a morning routine that I did with my daughter. And when I do videos, I like to connect with my audience by giving them different views, different angles, I should say, to make them feel like they're actually there, like they're actually like sharing the experience with me. So when I began the video, it started off with how I take her to the restroom to, brush her teeth, and wash her face and just do the normal stuff that we do, like, in the restroom, right? And then coming out, I showed like her, she was already dressed, and I showed myself putting on her braces, which is called AFOs. But during that part of the video, I also wanted to let people know like what her braces were for, which is, straightening up her walk so that her gait isn't wobbly, so that her feet are um you know, planted flat on the floor rather than them being like off to the side, because she typically walks on the side of her feet instead of flat. So I wanted to put some type of educational script in there as well. So after that, I believe we went downstairs and I showed, I believe, her getting her seizure medication. And I showed, it was like a close up of her sitting at the table watching her favorite show on YouTube, like she typically does, and me literally like giving her seizure pills in the form of like some peaches or something like that, sprinkling over peaches. And then after that, I believe we headed to school, and let me see. Oh, I had my son with me that day. So I recorded myself like getting her out of the car and into her wheelchair. But before that, I showed myself taking her wheelchair out of the car and then putting her in her wheelchair. And the whole time I had my son recording. But had I not had him, I would have just brought like a tripod to just put it behind me and get the shot of me getting the wheelchair out of the car, and then moving the tripod to a different angle and show myself putting her in her wheelchair, moving the tripod to a different angle and showing myself walking up to the school, moving my tripod to a different angle, maybe behind me, and show myself walking into the school. So
Wow.
you don't want to, let's say, just have like a wide angle, put your tripod in one location and just have somebody just watching the same thing the whole time. Give your audience like some versatility because it keeps them engaged. And that's one of the things I learned before becoming a content creator, just kind of doing some research. You definitely want to do little things to keep your audience engaged, to just make sure that they're watching the video pretty much all the way until the end, because that's the goal that you want as a content creator. You want your audience to watch the entire video, right? And so after putting that together, I don't know how long that took on my phone, but I had to take like maybe 45 minutes worth of content and put it into
Ooh.
my app and cut it down to like a little bit over 60 seconds,
Oh,
which is
wow.
not an easy task always, right? So once I put it into CapCut, I was able to take small little clips, make sure I had all the angles together, and include text that I wanted to include about her AFOs and put that on the video. And then also, after creating those little clips, I would make sure I had some type of catchy phrase in the beginning. I believe it was something like, I bet you didn't know, children with special needs had a morning routine. And then here's Legacy's morning routine or something like that. But just something in the first 3 seconds of creating content, the first 3 seconds, you need to have something to capture your audience's attention,
Mm.
because we have such a short attention span these days. So as a content creator, when you're doing this, you definitely want to capture your audience's attention within the first 3 seconds. So I wouldn't have started that off with, hey guys, some like people, everybody watching your video doesn't even know you. But if you have a special needs parent watching that video, it's like, even if you don't have a special needs parent watching the video, somebody that might be interested in seeing a morning routine will be like, let me sit and watch this, right? So in the first 3 seconds, and then you just continue to hit those angles that you want to hit. You continue to do a nice little voiceover over the video to just keep your audience engaged, right? So that's hitting the highs and lows, in your voice, and not something that's just like, you know, hey, this is a morning routine for, my special needs kid. You want to have high energy, you want to have people excited about watching your video, and just, hold that until the end. Like, just be consistent in your, range throughout your video, and just make sure that you just keep your audience engaged as much as possible.
You said that's on point. That's on point. It makes me think about, like, I try to put myself in the seat of someone listening, right? And
Mm-hmm.
someone who has little to no experience doing any of this. Like, did you have like, you're talking about like editing the video in the app that you use, CapCut, and the different like, did you have already, like, are you like a video editor? Like, are you previously, like, what was that learning curve like?
Well, I actually started off editing my videos in an app called InShot.
Okay.
And I mean, that's pretty just basic stuff. Like, you're able to cut the video up, you're able to adjust like your lighting and stuff in that as well. But CapCut is so much more advanced, and I was already creating the content at the beginning of the year using InShot. And then
Mm.
I scrolled across, I don't, it may have been like somebody on TikTok, and then I came across the CapCut app, and I was like, oh, this might be kind of, kind of neat to do it on, to like include all these features in my content. And so once I discovered that, like, I've held on to it, and it's been awesome. There's so many things that I haven't even used yet, and probably
Mm.
that I don't even know about. Like, I haven't even used all the features that this app includes. But it's awesome. I was not a professional editor before this. Not at all.
No, that's really good. Because I think about like the process of creating, and then that also, and like your experience with that, and then it is this thought of platforms, right? I really wanted to get into this, and so for a person who is just starting, like, we're doing this in the recording this in the fourth quarter of 2023. We just started the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Um, which app or platform, excuse me, would you suggest people to start on? Would you suggest they get on multiple platforms? Like, what's just your thoughts around all that?
Yes. So hands down, I would say start on TikTok,
Hmm.
because TikTok is almost like how, like, people, instead of Googling things, people will go to TikTok and put it in the search engine and be like, how to da da da, or how would I da da da, do this um artwork, or how would I do whatever you would ask on Google, people now go to TikTok for that. Whatever you would ask on YouTube, people go to TikTok for it to get the short answer. Like YouTube gives you the long form answer of what you need. TikTok will get you right there in 6 seconds. Okay. So people nowadays have a short attention span. So those 60-second videos that are on TikTok, you're gonna go ahead and get your answer. That's a platform that people are going to. So that's the one that you can get quick recognition on, that you can, I would say, grow the fastest on. And then after that, I would definitely say Facebook is the second fastest growing platform to use. Um, and it's probably a toss up between YouTube and Instagram, only because with YouTube has more so long form content. So if you're not really comfortable creating long form content, you might want to head to Instagram, or YouTube now has shorts and you can start there. So what I typically do is create one video and then post it on all platforms. Right? We don't want to work harder. We want to work smarter. So you can create a long form video if you would like to post on YouTube, and then you can take a small 60-second portion and post it to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or you can chop up the short form content into 60 seconds and post that same video to TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And
This
make sure you do that at least once a day. At least, like, if you're not posting once a day, what are you doing?
this this is good. This
Yeah.
is really good. This is real. I'm good. So, all right. So I have to do this. I have to say this. I have to do this. Right? Because this is what everybody wants to know. What I'm about to ask you is what everyone wants to know. We need authentically Stacy's answer on this, right? It's been about 10 months, right?
Mhm.
Since you started.
Yes,
Can you really make money posting content?
the answer is yes,
Mm. Like
and you
you
can make
like you
real
made money. Like
good
you like it's only
money.
been 10 months. You're telling
Uh-huh.
me you don't gotta share any amounts into that,
Okay,
but you're telling me like not in some fake account, not some online, you have been able to use money you've been monetized and you in 10 months. Is that what you're telling the people right now?
I am. I am.
Wow.
And let me say that when I started being consistent, within the 30-day time frame of me starting, I was already monetized.
Wait a minute. Hold up. You
Yeah.
got to say that again. I need for them to make sure. You might want to turn your volume up. Right. What? Say it again. Say it
Yeah.
again.
Within my first 30 days, right? I was already monetized. So with these platforms, they usually pay you like a month behind, right? So let's say like the money that you accumulate in January, you weren't gonna get let's say October. The money you make off your content in October, you're not gonna get paid like at the end of October. You're gonna get paid the following month, right? So within the first 30 days of me being consistent, the first platform to pick me up was Facebook, and that's the one that I started with. I didn't really know that I should have started with TikTok, so I started TikTok later. So Facebook, I was able to get monetized within my first 30 days of being consistent on that platform. Like I was posting religiously, sometimes more than twice a day. I was making sure I was
Mm.
pushing that content out.
So I know you said earlier that you would, if you were suggesting one to start with now, you would do TikTok.
Yes.
So given that, um, do you think is it possible? I know everyone's different, but
Mhm.
is it possible to get monetized like that in that amount of time or shortly after that? Like, is that a real thing?
With TikTok?
Hmm.
Yeah. So the thing is that with TikTok, you only have to gain 1,000 followers in order to go live. And what I would suggest is once you hit that 1,000 follower mark, you go live like as often as you can because your lives bring followers to you. When you go live, like people just seeing whatever you're doing on the live, they go to your page and they hit that follow button. They go to your page and probably see your other videos that are on there and then they hit that follow button. Right? But you only need 1,000 followers on TikTok.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
Okay,
I went from literally like hoping someone would watch one of my videos, like for me to get a notification that somebody had liked one of my videos or commented or followed my account to now, like it's my phone is constantly going off, like consistently every
so
single day.
so obviously you started at zero. Everyone begins at zero, right?
Yes.
Everyone does. Like that's the part I think people oftentimes miss. It's like everyone starts from the exact same place. The
Yes.
zero, like zero followers, right? So for
Mhm.
you, let's just use TikTok for example. Do you know approximately about how many followers you have on there now?
I want to say maybe 46,000.
For wow. From
Yeah.
does that like
This year.
resonate with you? Like zero, I had zero 10 months and
Mhm.
that like that. Then
It's
what then
crazy.
on Facebook, how many followers on Facebook?
I want to say about like 77,000 on Facebook. Yes. Yeah.
Over 100. And we're not gonna talk about any other platform. Nope, nope. Just right. That's over 100.
Yeah. It still blows my mind. Like I never would have seen this coming at the beginning of the year. It's still like, yeah, it still blows my mind for sure.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Hmm.
That's incredible. So I have one last question that I have to ask you.
Okay.
Uh and that is there's a non I'm assuming there's a non-glamorous side of content creation too, right?
Hmm.
Was something that you maybe something that happened or something that you didn't know would happen? Now that you're going from zero to all these tens of thousands of followers, like was something that you didn't know that was going to happen that you like are having to deal with at this phase, or like even an experience that you had and you were like, oh, you about to make me go off now. Like have you had anything like that happen?
Yes, there is definitely a good, bad, and ugly to content creation, right? So for me, I didn't know that there were like so many negative people out in the world. And let me tell you, when you are creating videos, you want to put your best into whatever you're doing, whatever you're creating, but know that even if you have the perfect video, somebody could find one little small thing and comment on it. Like just take time out of their day to just comment on that one small thing to, you know, almost want to have your nut up, okay? Like this was an amazing video. How did you find something negative out of this video? But people do that. And you also have people that will troll like your videos, like create like fake accounts and just create something just crazy on your video, right? Where you literally have to block them and you have to block any further accounts that they may try to create and come back to your profile and comment something else. You have to block that as well, right? Even when you go live, the trolls will come and they'll start like saying crazy things on your live, like just try to get you out of the positive focused headspace that you're in. I'm telling you, the next time you see somebody go live and you see somebody post a negative comment on their live, see if that comment is the one that they address. right? Because we even do that in life. We can have like a million wonderful things happen throughout the day, but that one negative thing will like just ruin your whole day, right? So you can have a million comments on one video, and that one comment will be like, it'll just mess up the whole thing for you, right? So as a content creator, you have to learn how to block out those people, how to block out those comments, how to ignore those comments when they come up on your live, because that's what trolls do. Like literally anytime you go live as a content creator, and I've done this, and it's like people try to just throw you off your game, and you just ignore it. You just block it, whatever you have to do. You don't even see them. Don't even give those people your energy. And it's a lot of people out there. There are many, many people that are going to support you and love you and give you like positive, encouraging words. But there are also people that are just going to find whatever they can about your video. You might have a mark on your wall and they be like, did you see that mark? That was like 10 minutes into her video. Like, what? How did you even see that? Like, I don't know. But people, you just
Yeah.
have to ignore the negativity, right? Just don't focus on it. Like,
So
there are
good.
so many people that just try to ruin your day, ruin your mood. Don't let it happen. I didn't know it was like this serious until I became a content creator. I was like, wow, this is crazy. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's on point. That's
yes,
on point. That's on
yes.
point. Your last words on it. I'll give you the final word here. Like, given all the things you just shared about how to create content, your platforms, like how to get monetized, the trolls, all these various things, for the person who is either just starting or thinking about starting, or the person who may be inconsistent,
Mm.
in just a few words, maybe 30 seconds or less, what, like looking into your camera, what do you say to that person in this moment?
Okay, I have 30 seconds. All right. So you want to not focus on having the perfect content. Nothing is going to be perfect. And the content that you think may be perfect may not even be the one that goes viral and that helps you grow your channel, right? Some of the shortest video that took me the least amount of effort are the ones that have went viral, right? So don't focus on trying to do duplicate other people. Don't focus on trying to force yourself to do something that you're not comfortable with or that you're not going to be consistent with. If you stay true to yourself and you produce authentic content, the supporters that are going to be there to continue to follow you and not just look at that one video, follow you and leave, you don't want that. You want that consistent engagement. So those people that are going to love you for being you, those are the ones that you want to follow you and continue to just support you throughout your journey. And those people are going to support you because they love you being your authentic self. So be disciplined, be consistent, be your authentic self. Treat this as a job, whether you want to do it or not. Get up and get to work. You got this.
That's so good. That's so good. Thank you. Like, you dropped so much, just like facts, bars, all that kind of stuff, like during this time. And so I think your ability to impact people is incredible. I hope you continue to do this. Obviously, I know you will. And just next time we talk, who knows how many people and how many more stories that it'll be around like what you are doing. So how and we'll put it in the description below, but how can people find you online, all that good stuff?
Yes, so on every platform, it's Authentically Stacy. Whether you go to TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, you type in Authentically Stacy and you'll find me.
Awesome. 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 Thank you like so much, like, just for your time. I know time away from your husband and your family is always just like value time. So thank you like for taking the time to do this tonight. Absolutely incredible, absolutely phenomenal time. If you haven't already, make sure you all go below. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, follow. If you're on any other platform, like, comment. We're gonna be dropping clips, all kind of stuff. But make sure you go follow Authentically. Go, Stacy. Go look her up like right now. Go find her right now. Click the follow button and tell your friend to go follow her too. Man, I'm telling
I
you,
love
you'll be
it.
so impacted by her content for sure. For sure. For sure. So
I
again, thank you
appreciate it.
for your time tonight. And man, we'll catch y'all on the next episode. We're out.